Hi there, my gorgeous soul peeps and soul fam. If you are here with me today for this reading, thank you so much for joining me. We are asking Spirit today, what is so wonderful about you? What makes you awesome? What incredible traits do you have? What gifts do you have? What makes you a super spectacular human being? And I wanted to do it especially, I did do it yesterday. I've been so called to do this reading because I've done a number of readings that are about what do other people think about us, but I have been very much on a journey to not worry even in the slightest about what anybody else thinks about me at the ripe old age of 44. So I really wanted to do this one because I wanted to do something that is internal, something that is straight from spirit, straight from source, and straight to you to let you know what makes you so wonderful, so that you can hear it from your higher self as well, that you are a wonderful person and you have got many incredible gifts and traits that, and I've got a tiny little fungus gnat just flying around my face as I was saying that, so I don't know, that could be a sign for some. Don't know if fungus gnats are a sign for anybody, honestly, but if a butterfly can be, I don't see why a fungus gnat can't be. Everything has its place in this universe, guys. So that's probably actually, there we go. There's our message. Every single thing from the tiny fungus gnat to the mighty lion, every single thing in nature has its place. So that's the message I'm taking from that. I'm going to be reading only from oracle decks today, which is something quite different for me. Usually I read more with a tarot, but I've got these 4 absolutely beautiful decks, and not just 4. I have many beautiful decks that I have not had a chance to read with yet. So I'm super excited to bring you guys this reading. I'm also a little anxious because I had my microphone on. This is why the reading yesterday, did the reading was beautiful, absolutely loved it, and realized that my microphone battery had carked it. And so, yeah, it was just cactus. There was no sound to the video at all. So I'm having to redo it, but I do feel called to stick with this particular subject. And I had said yesterday I was going to read from the books because I wasn't familiar with the decks, but I found that I got a lot of messages intuitively. So we will be probably doing that again today, reading intuitively from the 4 different piles that we have got here. So I want to get into it. But just before I do, one last little bit of housekeeping that I wanted to add. And that is that I always will say, just as much as the rest of the tarot community does, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But for this particular reading, because it's what's wonderful about you, I know that for a lot of people it's a lot harder to see what's wonderful about yourself than it is about somebody else. So you may feel like, no, that's not me, that doesn't resonate, not at all. And if that's the case, you can always pick a different pile or potentially pick a different reading, a different reader. But before you do, in this particular instance, I would ask you to ask yourself what isn't resonating and why isn't it resonating? Is it not resonating because you have never heard that said about you in your entire life? Like, for example, if I say that you are an incredible singer and you have been told several times that you sound like a cat in a blender when you sing, well, then fair enough, that doesn't resonate, and that mustn't be the pile for you. But if you maybe hear something that you have been told before, someone has actually said to you, you are these things. I'm trying to keep my hands in the frame without touching the table, which is really difficult, guys. Because every time I touch the cards, even gently, everything wobbles. So, or just try and sit here and not be animated. But going back to what I was saying, if you feel that something doesn't resonate, but you know in your heart that you have been told this, like that you are a really decent person, that you have a heart of gold, that you give the shirt off your back, and other people have said it, but maybe you're just feeling a bit down on yourself, please, my gorgeous soul peeps and soul fam, if that's the case, try to stick with the reading, try to sit with the messages, and try to allow them into your psyche, and even maybe make some affirmations for yourself based on whatever spirit tells us in the reading, so that you are able to continue after this reading to affirm what it is that you need to know. And I will actually maybe get that message from the cards, the affirmations for each pile. But yes, I want you to stick with it if that's the case. If it's not resonating because you don't feel like you could possibly be a wonderful person, my beautiful soul peeps and soul fam, I know that I have only attracted in positive with my vibe tribe. If you are here, you are awesome, and you are going to listen to your compliments and take them on board, okay? You've all been told. But seriously, no, please just do take on board the good, because sometimes it's harder to do that for ourselves than it is to do that with the negative. So now that we've got that out of the way, hoping I don't make too much noise every time I check to make sure my microphone is on, but I'm so paranoid now. So we are going to go through the piles. What a long intro, guys. Very, very long. So if you've sat through that, thank you very much. Now we're going to get started with the piles. So Whispers of the Dolphin Heart by Angela Hartfield, an Oracle of Divine Connection. That's our pile number 1. With these gorgeous little stickers, I've paired these up today. So this is something new. I didn't have these yesterday, but we have No One Is You, and that is your superpower. So, pile number 1, the No One Is You, and that is your superpower sticker, and Angela Hartfield's The Whispers of the Dolphin Heart, an Oracle of Divine Connection deck. That is pile number 1. If you are attracted to this one, with the B that you could not see, the Wild Wisdom Australia, and you might like this one, especially if you're some of my US cohort, because I know you guys love our creatures and are scared of some of them as well, by Karin Roberts and Bonnie Hughes. This is pile number 2 with the Trust Yourself sticker, which I absolutely love. If I had been reading from my deck, I would have put that out for this one. So that's pile number 2. Pile number 3, if you are drawn to this deck, which I said several times yesterday, I should have Googled how to pronounce and still have not done that 24 hours later. So we're just going to call it the Dracones Loqui. Probably not that at all. And feel free to let me know if you do know how it's pronounced in the comments, by Ravynne Phelan. If you've chosen this deck or this very awesome, and pardon my French, sticker, be the best fucking human that you can be. By the way, this does mean crazy dragons, that I know. So we're referring to this deck as the Crazy Dragons deck from here on out. If you have picked this, then you are my pile number 3. And lastly, Enchanted Blossoms. And this will bring me to my next topic before I quickly finish the intro and get into the reading. But Enchanted Blossoms deck, an Empowerment Oracle by Carla Morrow, with the first step is you have to say you can sticker. If you are attracted to this one, then you are pile number 4. Guys, speaking of Enchanted Blossoms, I don't know if you will probably notice when I'm reading later on, my arms are a bit scratched up. I had a tangle with a rose bush yesterday, trying to prune it back, and I did not win. The rose bush very much won. So if you notice any scratches on my arms, I fixed up my nails because yesterday I was apologizing for them, and now they're good. And today I've got scratches on my arms that look a bit like I got into a fight with someone, and I did. It was just a rose bush that I got into the fight with. So guys, if that resonates, there you go, Enchanted Blossoms. But pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, you know the drill. Take a moment, deep breath in and out. Pause the video if you need more time, and I will see you in your reading. And remember, feel free to pick more than one pile if you need a bit of a mood lift. Listen from start to finish if you like, if you feel drawn to. But guys, I'll see you in your reading. Hey there, my beautiful pile number 1s. If you were drawn to this No One Is You, and that is your superpower sticker, or to this Whispers of the Dolphin Heart deck by Angela Hartfield, then you are my pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here, especially if you made it through that long intro, guys. We are here today to ask what is wonderful about you. So starting right off the bat with the message straight away, no one is you, and that is your superpower. That is very much your first message, and that could also mean that what is wonderful about you is that you are a very unique person, my pile number 1. So we're going to start with we'll be reading, as we always do, from all of the decks that I had on display to help you make your pile selection, beginning with your deck, the Whispers of the Dolphin Heart deck here. So just going to clear it from the last reading and asking Spirit, what is so wonderful about my pile number 1s? What makes them awesome? What makes them a spectacular person? Asking spirit angels, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, and sorry for Billy in the background if you can hear him barking away. Not sure if my hubby's coming home and that's what he's barking at, or if he's picked up on something else, but I'm going to take this one that wanted to come out. Giving absolute love. Isn't that beautiful? And guys, just going to take a moment to hold him up. Look at his face. Look how gorgeous he looks. Look how happy and content and utterly gorgeous he looks. So I think that you are someone that is absolutely just full of love on the base of the deck. Yes, beautiful. Wish fulfillment. You are people's wish come true. My beautiful pile number ones. What is so wonderful about you is that you are someone who gives from the heart, unconditionally. I think you wear your heart on your sleeve. You probably let people know that are important to you that you do love them. You're probably someone who says I love you very easily and says it a lot, but in the best possible way. In letting your friends and family know while they're still here how much they mean to you. And this wanted to come out too. Here we go. Perfect timing. Loving acceptance of all people. My pile number ones, you guys are absolutely gorgeous. You are people with hearts full of love, ready and fit to bursting to give that love to everyone. And it's funny because if you look at his face, I'm just looking at these faces here. Look at his face compared to his face. He's just looking like he's just having the best old time. He's looking a little bit more like, I've got my eye on you. But that just very much reads to me that even someone that somebody else might feel a little bit wary or suspicious of, my group number ones, you are very willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you are a good judge of character, but you also are very good at giving people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you can really relate to that saying that you don't care about past, you only care about patterns. So I feel that if someone is in your life, maybe with a repeating pattern, you are the sort of person that will practice distancing with love. But I don't think that you are someone who will not speak to someone just based on their past or something that you've heard about someone. I feel like you come to everyone with an open heart, and that just makes you feel like people's wish come true because you are such a beautiful person to everyone. You're that sort of person, pile number one, that makes everyone feel like they are the only person in the room when you interact with them. So I'm going to get one last message from the Dolphins. Auric energy. I love that. And we did actually have that come out a couple of times yesterday, I have to say. So I like that that has popped out again today. So guys, you might be quite spiritual. You may be are very able to read people's auras. And if you are not able to do that, I wish that I could. So if you can do that, you're very, very lucky. I am a little bit envious of you. I'm this color or this color at the moment. But if you are able, if you're not able to do that, maybe you're just able to read people's energies and just read their disposition, like read a room. You know how to read a room, you know how to talk to people. Maybe you're the one who gets called a bleeding heart. At times in your life, you're known as the bleeding heart, because you take people under your wing, you show them a lot of kindness. I feel like you're the person in the room that can spot someone that's having a difficult time and will make a beeline to them to make them feel better. Maybe as a kid, you wouldn't let anybody sit at the table alone. You would go over and be with them. But guys, I think your energy is absolutely beautiful. Now to get a few more messages, just clearing this deck, we're reading from the Wild Wisdom Australia to get you some little Australian animals to let us know a little bit more about who you are. My beautiful, beautiful pile number ones. You are a wish come true to so many people. And your love is just absolutely pure. Okay, so this one jumped. Gorgeous. The tiger quoll with spiritual awakening. So that's very interesting here with the auric energy. So I feel like what is wonderful about you, pile number ones, is that you're very spiritually aware. I feel like if you have not experienced some sort of spiritual awakening or enlightenment, you still do, some sort of spiritual awakening, you are very enlightened naturally. And from the base of the deck, the foundation Interesting. Greater Bilby, Dark Night of the Soul. So I feel my beautiful pile number ones. I'm going to get a couple more messages from these ones to see. I feel like you want to come with me. The Wombat, Inner Child. Yeah, I feel definitely with these cards here, this joyous face and this dolphin looking like they're having the time of their life with this gorgeous ocean and all of these rainbows, that you are very much in touch with your inner child. It doesn't matter what age you are. I feel like you are just a lot of fun to be around, and I feel like that energy is what helps lift people out of their dark night of the soul. So maybe you've experienced your own dark night of the soul, my gorgeous pile number ones, and you know what it feels like to be in that place, and you don't want anyone else to experience that, so you pick up on it when people are going through this, and maybe you help them through it. Maybe you are that person that has the message. I'll take one of those, thanks Spirit, that has the message on their Facebook that says, come to my house at 2 a.m. if you have to, and I will have the jug on and kind words for you. And you really are that person. You mean that. Christmas Beetle, creative inspiration. Yeah, so I feel like you're someone that people turn to, pile number one, for creative inspiration, for being able to look at things with hope again, because being in touch with your inner child very much means having hope. I feel that you are able to spot somebody if they are in trouble and feeling down, and you are able to love them back to health with this ability to read auras and energies and your loving acceptance of all people. So now we're going to ask the Crazy Dragons cards. What else does Spirit want my beautiful pile number ones to know about what is so wonderful about them? What makes them such incredible people? And guys, I'm sorry that I don't shuffle on camera. It's too far to lean over from how much of the table you're actually able to see. So you'll just have to, here we go, take my word for it with the jumping cards. Suffering. Yeah. I feel like you guys aren't people that like to see people suffer. You hate to see people suffer, and you will actually jump in and do something about it. Okay, so you don't want to come out. Oh, yep, there we go. You're just one. Message, yes, and give and receive. Beautiful. Guys, I feel like you don't like to see people suffering. You see if someone is struggling, and you are the people that will reach out to them and make sure that they are okay. You pass on a message of hope to people. I think you pass on a message of hope. You pass on a message of joy. You know when you should hold back from situations. So with reading this energy, you're not someone, oh, I'm not saying at all that you are a bit of a savior personality. You don't have a hero complex by any means, my pile number ones, but you just know when someone is struggling and how to pull them out of that darkness. You get people going again. I feel with this give and receive, I feel that it's not just that you experience unconditional love for other people, but I feel that you provide them with a creative inspiration to then pay that forward, to not just give that love back to you in reciprocity, but also then to pay that forward to other people. I feel that one of the things that is wonderful about you, my pile number ones, is you inspire other people to be kind. You inspire other people to give back. So now we're going to get last message from the Enchanted Blossoms. Just like I should have actually had the Rose Goddess cards out, given that my arms are all torn up from my fight with the Rose Bush yesterday. But instead we're going with the Enchanted Blossoms. Okay, you want to jump out. Pride. Amaryllis, Gaudy Commodore. So this is the Gaudy Commodore butterfly, and the Amaryllis is the flower. These cards are just beautiful. So I feel, my pile number ones, that everything you do it with a lot of pride. I feel you carry yourself in a way, not that you are proud, not that you have a big ego, but that you carry yourself in such a way that you have a lot of pride in yourself, and people really respect that about you. So that's something else that is wonderful about you. And what other messages do we have, Spirit, for my beautiful pile number ones? What else is wonderful about them? Okay, you want to come out. Aspiration, Mountain Pink, and Large Orange Sulfur. yeah, guys, you are very aspirational to other people. You are someone that people look up to. That is what is so wonderful about you, that you are just such a beautiful person, that you inspire kindness in other people. Affection, there we are. Rose. Ravynne's blue. So my beautiful pile number ones, this is what is so wonderful about you. You inspire love and affection from other people with the love that you give out. You are such a shining light, and that is what is your superpower. You've probably been told that you love people in a way that they've never been loved before. I feel you might have heard that before, my pile number ones, that people say you make me feel really safe, you make me feel really special. People might even say that you make them feel like they are the only person that's in the room. I think you make people feel very, very secure, and you don't like to see people suffering. When you see someone is in some sort of darkness, you are able to read that and step forth. And I feel like you have loved a whole heap of people back to health. You might be a healer, my pile number ones. You might be some sort of, if not in the medical sort of side of things, like maybe a nurse or a doctor, aged care worker, some other caregiver, even an unpaid carer. A lot of us are these days. And when I say us, thankfully, I am no longer a carer, but certainly many other people are. So it could be that you work in a caring capacity, but it could also be energetic healer of some description as well. Maybe you even read cards to people to assist them, to give them these messages to pass on. We do have message. There we go, message. So maybe you are someone who passes on messages from the divine, especially with the spiritual awakening, to people who are having a rough time. Maybe you have counseled some people out of that darkness. But guys, I feel like what is so wonderful about you is that you are just so kind. You have a heart that is pure love. You do not judge. You maybe assess situations, but you don't judge people. You very much give everybody the benefit of the doubt until such time as they have given you a reason not to trust them. But even then, I feel that you separate them from them with a lot of love. Um, you never leave people feeling bad. I feel that you are the pile that would not ever dare tell someone just to F right off. It would have to take a lot for you to do that, because you allow people in, you see the good in people, and you try to let that good shine, that those beautiful rainbows here. So pile number one, if that resonated, and I really hope that it did, you sound absolutely lovely. Would love to have someone like you in my world. I absolutely would. I have many, many people like you in my world. I'm very, very blessed. And if you're watching this, you too are in my world, and I'm grateful to have you. But if this does resonate, please definitely helps with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about when I'm uploading. I'm trying to do it at least twice a week at the moment. We'll see how this week goes with this reading running into today. And if you would like to tell me what resonated, if you feel comfortable to do that and share with me in the comments, I absolutely love connecting with you guys in the comments section, and I've appreciated that I've been starting to get a few more comments recently. So thank you so much, guys, and share if you think that this would resonate with anybody else. I might see you in one of the other piles if any of the other ones resonated. And if not, I'll see you in another reading, guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Bye. Hello there, my gorgeous pile number two. If you have chosen the Trust Yourself sticker, if you felt drawn to this one, and or the Wild Wisdom Australia deck by Karin Roberts and Bonnie Hughes, then you are my beautiful pile number two. And we are here to ask Spirit, what is so wonderful about you? What is so spectacular about you as a person? What makes you an awesomely awesome person? My pile number two. So we're reading from all four decks that we've used to select the piles with, starting with your deck, the Wild Wisdom Australia deck, and also take this as a message as well. Right off the bat, I'm thinking maybe you are people that do actually trust in yourselves. It's funny because I was just sitting there thinking in between piles that I didn't feel called to do any read out any affirmations for pile one to say to themselves. It felt very much like they were the people that would give the affirmations to others to be able to pull them out of dark times. So maybe you've come over from pile number one because this one resonated as well, and that you are someone They're very much trusts in yourself. You trust in your own intuition. You have a lot of faith in yourself, and that is really wonderful. So that's your first message. And then asking spirit guides, angels, archangels, guardian angels, higher self, anyone else that you want to add to that rotation. What is so wonderful about my pile number ones? What makes them a really awesome person? I get that you are very humble, because none of these cards want to jump out and really let me know that they are speaking to me. Here we go. The blue banded beat, master of miracles. Yeah, guys, I think that you absolutely are a pile that has a lot of self-confidence, but in a really good way. You really do trust in yourself, and you know that you're able to bring about miracles. So maybe you are, maybe you practice some sort of, I want to say witchcraft, or maybe you're just very, very spiritual. Maybe you are an excellent manifester, and you are really able to bring wonderful things into your world. But I feel like you really trust in yourself to manifest whatever miracle it is that you need. What is wonderful about you is that one flipped over. Beautiful. The dragonfly, your ability to evolve. My pile number two. So I feel that when something is going wrong for you guys, you don't stay down in it for very long. You don't stay stuck in it. I think what is wonderful about you is that you are able to pull yourself out of situations, like maybe if you are feeling like the chips are down, you're able to bring about something new. You're able to pivot and evolve. Yes, kangaroo, determination. Absolutely beautiful. My pile number twos, you are a determined bunch. So I had a pile that was similar to this yesterday, and it made me feel called to say get knocked down 7, get up 8. That's you guys, I think. Yes, the possum, the trickster. Absolutely. This is very similar to one of the piles I had yesterday, because we did get this card exactly when I had said this message yesterday. Get knocked down 7, get up 8. You guys are the magicians. If this was a tarot reading, you would be the magician card. What is wonderful about you is that you do trust in yourself, and you do have a lot of confidence in yourself in the best possible way. I'm going to read next, I think, from the Dolphin heart. Let's clear that from the last reading, and asking spirit for some more information about what is really wonderful about my pile number two. So you're extremely determined. You don't stay down for long. I think what is wonderful about you is your ability to get back up again when times are tough, and that you keep on trying. I think with the trickster, that one very much tells me that when people think that you're down and out, you've played your hand and you won't be getting back up again, you turn around and you do. So maybe you have had life really knock you around, guys, and you've had to come back from the dead like a phoenix rising from the ashes a number of times. And if that is the case, I'm really sorry. Um, this is my pile that my heart hurts for, because I get that this is your energy, not because you've had it easy, because you've had it so hard. You've had to get up again and again and again. Wish fulfillment. Here we go. That came out, and that feels to me like you guys are the wish fulfillment of the people that love you, but also that you, what is wonderful about you is you know how to go out there and manifest for what it is that you want and need. That is the wish fulfillment in this reading to me. So that came out in pile number one. Some of that might resonate with you, but for me, for you guys, I'm reading this very much as the energy of you know how to go out there and make your own wishes come true. You don't need to wait on someone else to bring in wonderful things for you. You will get out there and do it. Beautiful. Absolutely. Look, spirited. Absolutely gorgeous. Guys, the song that's coming into my head right now is Taylor Swift's Do It With a Broken Heart. I feel that you guys are able to get up and perform and just make magic in the world even when you're feeling down. And I think that you could even be alchemists. I feel that you're able to take negative energy and transmute it into something really positive, which you then send out like rays of light into the world for other people to share with you. So this last one I'm going to take from the foundation of the deck. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Unforeseen storms. And I have not pulled this one from this deck at all yet. Have a look at the way the lightning is actually catching onto all of these dolphins. It's actually hitting the dolphins. It's only making them more determined and spirited. Guys, sorry, that's a bit too close. I absolutely feel that you have had a hard time with these unforeseen storms, but you have not let it get the best of you. You have not let it take you out, and you are still fighting. You are still able to come back stronger and stronger. I think what is so wonderful about you is just that you do keep on trying. That Spirited, I love that card. I think that, yeah, you don't ever stop trying. You are determined. You never give up. Even when you have given up, you change your mind and decide, no, I will not give up. So now, reading from the Crazy Dragons cards, I'll take this one. Leap. Love it. Yes, I feel that you are the people that take the leaps of faith, especially here with this Trickster card and these unforeseen circumstances, the way that the lightning is striking these dolphins and lighting them up with all of this energy, especially next to the Spirited card and the wish fulfillment. I feel that you take leaps of faith, that you land on your feet when you do. The Master of Miracles. I think that you bring about circumstances for yourself that people probably think that you weren't going to be able to do, and that probably drives you even further. Yes, message. Absolutely. So when you are given the message that you can't do something, I feel that you turn that around into watch me. You are the watch me pile. If you think that I can't do it, just watch me. So one more from the Crazy Dragons, please. Spirit, what is wonderful about my pile number 2s? What makes them so spectacular? Suffering. Okay, very interesting. Yes. So, with the unforeseen storms and what I had said before, I feel that you, and I'm so sorry that this is the case, are the pile that has experienced suffering and pain and is able to transmute that into something really beautiful. And I feel like we're going to be backing that up very much with the Enchanted Blossom deck. My pile number 2s, you have experienced unforeseen storms and suffering, and you still know how to land on your feet. And maybe it doesn't appear, or maybe it doesn't feel like you land on your feet because you're the one who knows your experience. But to all the world, it appears that you constantly manage to get yourself back up again. And just this taking the leaps of faith, I think what is wonderful about you is that you are willing to try something new. When you come back with a change of plans. And like I said, the ability to pivot, doing something completely different, probably something that no one would have expected of you. So, faith, yeah. Passion flower, Gulf Fritillary. So guys, again, if this was tarot, we would have the Magician and we would very much have the Fool here with the leap of faith. I think that you have a lot of faith in yourself, my pile number 2. So you might actually find a message for yourself in pile number 1. This just jumped as well. Protection, eucalyptus, and the monarch butterfly. So these cards, they're absolutely gorgeous. We've got the flower species and the butterfly species as well. Protection. I feel that you guys are very, very spiritually protected, and that the hard times that you've experienced are very much spiritual lessons that you have taken from all of them. Yep. And this has led you into abundance. Chrysanthemum, popinjay. So I feel that abundance for you, my pile number 2, sorry, maybe pile number 3 will resonate. You'll have to go over and check. But my pile number 2, I feel that you are able to bring in abundance for yourself. Like I said, what is wonderful about you is I think that you are very spiritual. I think that you are a master manifester. I think that you are able to transmute negative energy into positive outcomes that you radiate out into the light for other people. I think you are ever evolving. You are constantly surprising people. I think your faith that you have in yourself and the ability to take leaps of faith brings about wish fulfillment for you. I think what is so wonderful about you guys is that you are out there doing it for yourself. Like I said, maybe like the Taylor Swift song will resonate, doing it with a broken heart. Guys, you don't let anything get you down for too long. That is what is so wonderful about you. So pile number 2, absolutely love this pile. This is a beautiful reading. I really hope that resonates. If it does, please hit the like button. It helps with the channel so much to just get the videos moving through YouTube. Comment if you feel comfortable to. I love to connect with you in the comment section. If you have not already subscribed but you like my content and want to be notified about when it's posted, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And guys, if you have already subscribed, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you have already commented, liked, same thing. I appreciate you guys so much for giving me that little energy exchange. And my beautiful pile number twos, if you have chosen another reading, I will see you over there. Another reading, another pile. Oh, if you chose another reading, I'll see you over there as well. But if you've chosen another pile, I'll see you over there. If you have not, I will see you in another reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Hello there, my beautiful pile number threes. If you chose this very cheeky, be the best fucking human you can be sticker, or the crazy dragons, I cannot say it, Dracones, Loqui, I'm not sure, sorry guys, but it means crazy dragons, by Ravynne, Phelan. If you chose this gorgeous deck, which I was saying yesterday when I was showing it, I love the lattice work on this deck, it's beautiful. Then you are my gorgeous pile number threes, and this is already serving as your first message. So guys, I feel that with picking the Crazy Dragons deck and also this cheeky message, you guys might be extroverts, or if you don't feel extroverted, maybe something about you is that you are just really great with people. Really out there, someone who is extremely kind-hearted, I would definitely say, someone who is always striving to be the best that they can be. And now we're going to read from all the 4 decks that I had out for the pile selection, starting with the one that you chose, the Crazy Dragons cards, which I love shuffling these ones. They are so awesome to shuffle. They're just awesome hand size. I really love this deck. Guys, we had just all 3 jump out for you straight away, so I'm going to take all of them. Direction, forewarning, interesting, and gratitude. And I want just one more from this deck, guys, but I feel that you are someone who is a very grateful person. I feel that you are absolutely a grateful person. You have a very kind heart. Look at the imagery on this one. That's absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, I forget where my lens is on this camera. It's on my phone. I forget where the lens is with the camera on my phone. But this gorgeous heart, I feel that you have a really, really big heart. I feel that you are also someone who is very tapped into their intuition. So maybe you're a fellow reader of tarot and oracles, or maybe you get some sort of knowings and messages. But I think that's what's wonderful about you with the direction and the forewarning is that you are very open-hearted and able to channel some sort of messages. I feel like you have knowings about things. You might call it something different, but you are able to tap into your intuition. Maybe you've got some psychic gifts. Just want one more from this deck. Now it doesn't want to jump with anything at all. So I think what's wonderful about you as well, guys, is that you don't actually show these psychic gifts off. I think this is something that you use to help people if you need to, but it's not something that you spend a lot of time really talking about with people. I think that that's something that you keep a bit more to yourself. Order. Yep. I think you know that things go a certain way in the world and have a certain order to them, and you have a huge amount of gratitude for what you have and what you know, the gifts that you do possess, and you know when to use them and when to keep them to yourself. Just had a little sip of coffee in my pile. Number threes, I do think that, yeah, you do know when it's time to shine and when it's time to pull back. But I also think that you are someone who is really decisively able to walk to the beat of their own drum. You go in your own direction. So with this sticker, again, being cheeky, and I said I feel like you guys might be I'm not sure if I said the out of the box pile, the ones that really walk to the beat of their own drum. I really think that you do. You've got a lot of direction, and I think that you know how to avoid difficult situations, situations that would put you in a bad spot. Now we're reading from the Wild Wisdom Australia cards. Yeah. And we have the Dragonfly with Evolve. So I think what is wonderful about you, my beautiful pile number threes, is that you are able to evolve like the dragonfly. You are able to transform. Maybe you might resonate with pile number 3 because I feel that you don't let things keep you down for very long. And if you have had a hard time and not being able to avoid all of the things that you have been given forewarning on, because I feel that you do have this sense of knowing, you have taken the spiritual lessons from what has happened, those rough times. Here we have this, it's like an ocean with the wave, and this almost like a flower and the drop from the ocean coming into it. So yeah, I really feel that you are able to evolve with whatever happens to you. The ocean drop, instead of flooding the boat and sinking the boat, it's actually filling the flower up. It's watering this little flower. That's the way that I see it. So now asking Spirit for the Wild Wisdom cards for a couple more messages, please, for my gorgeous pile number 3s. I'm going to take this one. Kangaroo, determination. Yep, that was in the last reading as well. So pile 2, sorry guys, might resonate as well. But I feel that you do have a lot of determination here with the direction card as well. You're someone who is able to bring their world back to order. So maybe you have had things go wrong for you, but you still practice a huge amount of gratitude, and you have the determination to evolve and bring your world back to order. So this reading is starting to be very similar to that of pile number 2. So you might like to go and check it out. There we are, wanted one more. Thank you very much, Spirit. That was perfect. The green tree frog, express your truth. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so I think what is wonderful about you guys, because I'm even looking at the way that, just looking where I can pop these, I'm looking at the way that these plants here kind of keep going and tying with these plants here and up here again as well. And then even on this side, if you look, we've got the yellow leaf here and the yellow leaf here. So these very similar looking leaves over on this side, and then this very similar leaves and fauna over on this side. So I feel like with this, the express your truth, evolve, and determination in the middle, you guys are determined not to let anything get you down. I think that the more things that you go through, the more that it actually fuels you, and the more gratitude you feel for what you do have. And when you bring your world back into order, which is something that you are determined to do, even if it's been time and time again, and you are like pile number 2, where you are the phoenix pile, the one that has had to rise from the ashes a number of times. I feel very much that what is wonderful about you, my pile number 3, is that you actually do keep coming back and finding your ability to find that direction, to keep stepping up, to continue to find ways to express your truth even in the darkness. So now we're going to go from the Enchanted Blossoms. And I said I was going to read out affirmations for the cards, but I actually haven't done that for any of the piles. But I'm feeling a little bit like I might be called to, for you guys. This one wanted to come up. Grace, yellow-tailed jasmine, two-tailed pasha. Yes, I'm feeling a little bit more called just to, for some reason, to get an affirmation for you guys from this deck. But I feel like whatever you do, like I said, I think you're the phoenix. You might crash and burn with some things in life. Maybe you've had a really rough time. It just hasn't been a smooth path to where you're going, but you hold yourself with grace. You, like I said earlier, I think you're very, very modest. If you do have gifts of intuition, you are very graceful about the way that you offer those gifts to other people. I feel that's not something that you would ever necessarily push on a person or even maybe mention it unless it happened to come up. So asking Spirit for another couple of messages, please, for my beautiful pile number 3 from this deck. Here we are. Pride. Gorgeous. Grace and pride. Yeah, I feel that you really hold yourself in such a way that you don't let anything get you down, my beautiful pile number 3s. I think what is wonderful about you is that you do not let external influences change the way that you feel about yourself. You hold yourself. Here we go. That jumped right out. Yes, and hope. Beautiful. Hawthorn, black veined white. I was going to say you hold yourself in such a way that I think what is wonderful about you is that you are someone who has a lot of pride, but in a really wonderful way. And you have a lot of pride in what you do. You have a lot of pride in the gifts that you have. You have a lot of gratitude for absolutely everything that you have in your world. And that makes you come across as someone who has a lot of grace. And I am going to actually take for these. I said I was going to do some affirmations for this poll because I just felt like this pile needed it maybe a little more than the others. I don't know. But this time I remembered, and the other two I didn't. So I feel like with hope, you are someone who has continuous hope. So again, might resonate with pile number 2 because I had said to them that they are the people that get knocked down 7 times and they get up 8. And okay, these ones aren't affirmations, they are questions. So you can ask yourself, in what ways do I carry hope in my heart? And for grace, how am I living in grace currently? And how can I become better? And pride, what do I take pride in? And how can I cultivate more pride in what I am doing now? Okay, yeah. So, guys, I feel that you're the pile that is very hard on yourselves. With those questions, I feel that you always hold on to your hope. You always hold on to the light at the end of the tunnel, and you know that you can come through any circumstance before you sink too low. But I also feel that you have had a lot of sorrow, and I am very, very sorry for that. There is actually a sorrow card for this that hasn't come up, but I feel that no matter what, you guys, what is wonderful about you is that you know how to keep hope in your future. We're asking now, yeah, we're asking from the Whispers of the Dolphin Heart for the last few messages about what is wonderful about you. And this one jumped right out, sentient intelligence. So to me, that very much goes with this forewarning card. Even the colors of the card are very, very reminiscent of each other. I feel that you absolutely do have some psychic gifts. My pile number 3, and that is what is wonderful about you. And much like pile number 2, you might be alchemists that can transmute energy, change the direction of the way that things are going. Maybe with this forewarning and the direction, you're someone who is able to see, maybe if your relationship is struggling, you're able to see that that's going in a certain direction and you're able to turn that around to a better place. Assurance. Absolutely love that. Yeah, I think you have a lot of self-assurance. My pile number 3s, and if you don't, I feel that you radiate the energy of assurance that makes other people feel very, very assured in your presence. I feel, especially if you do have psychic gifts and you do use them to assist people when asked to, I feel that people might come to you for assurance as well. Possibly you're the person that people will say, could you please pull a card for me? Or just come to you for some advice to just feel better. And self-expression. Yeah, I love this very, very much with this green tree frog over here of speak your truth and your determination to speak your truth. I think my beautiful pile number 3 is that you are someone who uses whatever it is that you go through to fuel your fire. And what is so wonderful about you is then you use that to go on and to help other people, to make them feel better about themselves, to be the best fucking human that you can be. I absolutely think that you've come through rough times, and for that I am so, so sorry. But I think that, guys, you don't let it keep you down. You've got continuous hope. You have a lot of pride. You refuse to stay stuck. You refuse to be in a victim mindset. You refuse to let life beat you. I think what is wonderful about you is that you still have grace and a kind heart despite having a hard time. And I think that you definitely use whatever energy from whatever has happened to you, negative or positive, you see it with gratitude and you use it to fuel you up, fill your cup, um, take you to a higher place and give you new direction to keep on moving, and to do something new. So, guys, if that resonates, I really hope it does. You guys sound like awesome, awesome, determined, beautiful people. So I'm hoping that it has resonated. If it does, please hit the like button. It really helps to get my videos seen. If you haven't yet subscribed and you like my readings and would like to see more of them, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I'm on. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate my subscribers endlessly. And if you think someone could benefit from this reading, please feel free to share it. So, guys, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. As I said, pile number 2 might resonate. So if it does, I will see you over there or possibly in one of the other piles. If not, I will see you in another reading. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi there, my gorgeous pile number 4s. If you chose this sticker, the first step is you have to say you can. Or if you chose this Enchanted Blossoms Empowerment Oracle by Carla Morrow, then you are my gorgeous pile number 4s. And this serves as your first message of this reading when we are asking Spirit, what makes you so wonderful? What is wonderful and awesome about you? The first step the first step is you have to say you can. So guys, I feel like right off the bat already, you maybe don't know how wonderful you guys are. That's the energy that I'm getting for this pile. So we're going to find out a bit more information before we go too far into that message, but asking the deck that you chose starting off, and we're going to use all 4 decks that I used for the pile selection. So starting with yours, the Enchanted Blossoms. Just clear that from previous readings. What is so wonderful about you, pile number 4? Maybe you're the pile that doesn't realize how wonderful they actually are, and maybe you're the pile that's in need of the affirmations. I didn't feel called to do affirmations for pile 1 and 2, and then pile 3 had questions to ask themselves more so than affirmations. But for you guys, we might need an affirmation, I think. Here we go. What have we got? It jumped, but it doesn't want to come out. Beautiful. Courage. I love that. With mullein, I never know how to pronounce that. And it's the purple shot copper. So that's the name of the butterfly, the purple shot copper, and that is your plant. Mullein, I think maybe it's pronounced. But that is gorgeous, guys. Yeah, I feel like you are the pile that doesn't know how wonderful they are, but you still have the courage to just continue on every day anyway. Maybe you suffer from anxiety and you struggle a little bit with self-doubt. Generosity, honeysuckle, white admiral. But yeah, what is beautiful about you is that you are generous. You are brave. I love this. I am feeling that you, with the first step, is that you have to say you can. I feel that, guys, you feel the fear and do it anyway. If you do struggle with anxiety, and maybe you actually do feel the fear, and just get yourself out there to do the things anyway. I think people think you're absolutely generous with your time. That's not just money, that's with time, with your love, your affection. Couple more, please, spirit guides, angels, guardian angels, archangels, higher self, and anyone else that you might like to add in. What is so wonderful about my pile number 4? What makes them such awesomely spectacular people? Hope. Okay. Beautiful. Hawthorn and the black veined white. So, guys, I think, like I said, you keep courage in your heart. You've always got hope. You might resonate with pile 3 or even potentially pile 2. But I think you are very, very brave in the way that you may not feel brave, but you just still put yourself out there. Continue on with hope in your heart. I think it's very brave, and it takes a lot of courage to have hope after things go wrong. So maybe you've had a rough time, and if you have, I'm sorry. I really hope it's getting better for you now. I'm going to take this from the foundation, abundance. Beautiful, chrysanthemum, popinjay. But guys, I feel like what's beautiful about you is that when you are in abundance, that you are extremely generous, that you are giving of whatever it is that you are abundant in, be that your time, your money, your kindness. I think you are also abundant in hope as well. That's something that I really am seeing here, that you have got a lot of courage, and that regardless of how hard life may be, that for you, you do tell yourself that the first step you have to take is to say that you can, and that you just keep taking that step as many times as you need to in order to be able to get to where you need to go, my gorgeous pile number 4. So now we're going to ask Spirit from the Whispers of the Dolphin Heart deck, what messages does Spirit have for you about what is so wonderful about you? I feel like the fact that you never give up hope, and that you feel abundant even when maybe other people might feel lack. You feel abundant in what you do have, my beautiful pile number 4. That's the other energy that I'm getting very much from you. So going to pull from this deck. Nothing really wants to jump, so I feel that you're very modest as well, my pile number 4s. I feel that you aren't someone who brags or even humble brags about what it is that you do. You just get about your business quietly without telling the world. I feel absolutely, look at that, right as I'm saying it, retreat. Number 6, yes. So I feel that you just go about your business quietly. You don't, maybe you're not someone who posts a lot on social media. You don't tell a lot of people what's going on, but you are still very open and generous, very kind, very caring, but you don't necessarily go bragging about the things that you do. Thank you, Spirit. That's the first ones I've managed to have go flying onto the floor today, guys. So I'm very interested to see what these ones are. And it's exactly how many. Okay, no, it's actually an extra one, but we're going to take it. Timing. Interesting. Authentic Spirit. I love that. And sentient intelligence. Okay, so with all of these together, as I was saying, I think you, with the timing, the retreat, you are a really authentic person. My beautiful pile number 4s, that is what is so wonderful about you, that you are just a really beautiful, authentic person. I think that you are very, very real. And I think that you have, with this sentient intelligence, I think that you have the ability to feel what other people are feeling. Therefore, you know that everything is all about timing. You are there for people when they need you. You know when it's time to retreat and to do your own thing, pull back, go into your own energy. But you know to keep on trying over and over again. The never losing sight of hope is what is so beautiful about you, my pile number 4s, and how generous you are with everybody else, no matter what life hands to you. So we're going to ask the crazy dragons now for some more messages for my gorgeous pile number 4s. And I was just checking that my microphone's still on. I don't know if the sound quality is better with it on, so you guys let me know in the comments what you prefer, mic or not mic. It's just a cheap Amazon one. But Spirit, sorry, got to focus. Cassy, Spirit, we are asking what is wonderful about my beautiful pile number 4s. There we go. Gorgeous, gratitude. So I really think you would resonate with pile number 3 and potentially even pile number 2, guys, but you have a lot of gratitude for what you have. Like I said earlier, you feel that maybe what other people wouldn't necessarily see as an abundance, you absolutely do, because you have so much gratitude for what you do have. So, whoop, guide. I love that. And maybe you guide others to gratitude as well. My beautiful pile number 4s, and this one definitely wanted to come out, prayer. Okay, yep. I love that. So I feel that you are very spiritual, especially with the sentient intelligence and the authentic spirit. And that can be in any sort of way. That doesn't necessarily have to be, it's not religious, it is spiritual. So not necessarily subscribing to any particular God, but I think you are a guide for many other people. I just feel with you guys called to pull an extra one from this deck. I don't know why, but it just didn't breathe. Okay, beautiful. I like that. So yeah, guys, I feel that you are the pile that does need the affirmations. With that breathe card, I was nearly about to sail on by without doing it, and then I remembered that I had said initially that I thought you guys might have needed them, and then this breathe card has come into. That's why I feel that the deck didn't want to leave my hands. Has come in to get me to just take a moment, just so that I can actually get you guys an affirmation of what you need to be telling yourself, so that you can remember what a wonderful, awesome person you are. So I'm going with the authentic spirit card. That's the one that's calling to me. Your authentic spirit is your true essence and intrinsic nature. Staying connected to universal and sacred inner knowing, is joyful and liberating. So, my loves, I will take that as a bit of an affirmation. Keep in your mind that you are always connected to spirit through joyful love. That's your affirmation. I am connected to spirit through joyful love. And I feel that you very much do that. That is what's wonderful about you, is that you do stay connected to your spiritual side through the act of giving, of being generous, of being kind, generous of spirit, generous of heart. My beautiful pile number fours, I think that you guys maybe do struggle in your own self, and possibly are the pile that is saying this doesn't resonate when I'm saying all of these wonderful things about you. But I think you are a guide for a lot of people. I think that what is wonderful about you is that you lean into your faith, whatever that may be, and that could just simply be your faith in yourself or your higher self. If you are in a tarot reading, likely you are a spiritual person anyway, but I feel that what is wonderful about you is that you're able to lean into your gratitude and your faith, and you know when to stop and take a breath too. My pile number fours, I think you know how to breathe through the anxiety and the fear, to be able to look it in the eye and feel the fear and do it anyway. That is one of the main things that I'm really feeling that is so wonderful about you, is that no matter how anxious, how afraid, how frightened you are to take a leap on something, you will breathe through that fear and go and do that thing for yourself anyway. So now we're asking from the Wild Wisdom Australia deck, Rainbow Lorikeet, love language. And I will get a few more from this deck before I read too much into what that one could possibly mean. I'll ask Spirit, please, for some more messages from the Wild Wisdom deck to clarify what love language means for my pile number 4. What is this love language card telling us? Okay, so you want to come out. I love this. Goldie and Finch, optimism. That is gorgeous. And I love that we've got the 2 birds as well. So maybe birds are a sign for you guys potentially. We can get one more, please, Spirit. I feel that you very much are someone who is a guiding light. My beautiful pile number 4s for other people. Maybe you really do feel like an answered prayer for the people that love you. I feel that you have very much this super positive, upbeat way of looking at things, even if it doesn't extend always to yourself. Dragonfly, evolve, yep. So, very, very similar in some ways to pile number 2 and pile number 3. I feel like you guys maybe have had a rough time. I'm just going to ask one more. You guys have had an extra card on all of the cards as well, because I just feel like I've needed just a little extra message, and a few extras have jumped out. There we go. Koala well-being. I love that. Yeah, guys, so I feel like what is wonderful about you is that you care about other people's well-being. You have this beautiful heart that cares about others' well-being, but also you are able to look after your own well-being. You're able to evolve. You're able to keep courage in your heart to try new things. You are able to find your own direction. You are very, very generous. You're able to be a guide for others, and you're able to lean into your own faith to guide you and light the way for you. You're able to breathe through difficulties, and you have this really spiritual side. My pile number 4s, this is absolutely beautiful. I will again see about another affirmation that may or may not be an affirmation. We shall get from the koala, just because it's a koala and everybody loves koalas. To my US cohort, I am really rapt that I pulled out a koala for you. I know it's one of our most favorite, most famous animals, and then the other piles, they got kangaroos. So, well-being, going with the flow, sleep, solitude, empathy, security, and connection. And the advice for my pile number 4s is go with the flow. And this energy can be called on when you feel burnt out, to re-engage and boost your empathy, and for relieving stress. The mantra, here we go, we do have a mantra, and I love that it's here with the breathe card. I allow myself to relax and rejuvenate. So my pile number 4, if this has come out because you have a hard time slowing down and breathing, but all of this here does certainly resonate as well, then you just need to tell yourself that little mantra that I just put away, but now I'm called to read it again. I allow myself to relax and rejuvenate. So, pile number 4, I feel like you guys get the extra messages of needing to give yourself a little bit of self love and to take some pride in who you are, knowing that these compliments are accurate. You can take pride in them. You are a very, very humble person. And I feel that maybe you retreat into yourself quite a bit, but it is time for you to be a little bit out there and proud with who you are, because you are absolutely beautiful people. So, guys, I hope that resonated. I feel like you might be the pile I gave the long-winded introduction for to talk about. Making sure that you do not dip out because you think it doesn't resonate because you can't believe this could be true. But guys, you are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person. If you have come over to this pile, you are a guiding light for people, and I think a lot of people have gratitude for you, and I think you are wonderful because you have so much gratitude for everything. So if that did resonate, please hit the like button. It really does help to get the videos seen a bit more through YouTube. Feel free to comment if you do feel comfortable on how the reading resonated. I love to connect with you guys in my comments, and thank you if you have commented recently. I really appreciate it. Share if you think that this reading could be of benefit to anybody else, and subscribe if you have not already and you like what you see and don't want to miss the uploads. Then hit the little notification bell as well. I try to upload at least twice a week. This week's been a little all over the shop, but I have been recently doing about 2 readings a week. So subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, guys, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. So, pile number 4, thank you for letting me read for you. Really hope it resonated, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in another pile if you do decide to go back and check out number 2 or number 3, or in another reading soon. All right, thank you. Bye.